Hey everyone, Sarah here. So I am here to set up my hobonichi cousin, and this is my weekly functional spread, if you will. And I'm just gonna incorporate all the different areas of my life. So work, corporate job, side business, kids, family, and my continuous improvement project. So if this kind of sounds like relatable to you, you may want to consider subscribing, and don't forget to like it if you enjoyed this video. So what I'm doing right now is same thing I do all the time is I'm going through my daily pages. These are like my dashboard of the day, if you will. And I'm just kind of going through and updating all the waiting on and next actions. And I migrate them over into my next action list and my waiting on list for the month. And I really like doing this because it just kind of helps me stay organized, obviously, and it keeps all the things front and center. And what I also love is that the non-important stuff kind of falls to the wayside, and that's fine, but I don't lose track of it. So here I'm using my trigger list and just emptying all the nooks and crannies of my brains. I'm just going through this, and it has little triggers on it to help you think of different areas of work and also your personal life. So I'm working on that, and so just doing it. And what else do I looking at here? So I'm really excited about my spread last week. I don't know why, I just really liked how it came out, and I'm still doing all right on my emails. I will say there was a couple really just crazy busy days. And I didn't even get to emails on Tuesday. And I think by the end of the day, I had 230 emails, and I started with 40. So it gives you a little bit of a idea of how many emails I get a day. And so this is Thursday today, and I was just able to get to inbox 0. So 2 days that inbox was climbing, and now it's definitely stressful. So that is a trigger for me. Because if you don't know, I've been doing, focusing on mental clutter this month, and that's over my Patreon. So we do our continuous improvement project, and there's a bunch of different tiers too. But we have the CI crew that focuses on different areas of our life and try to improve them together. And this month is mental clutter. So I'm tracking my triggers. And thank you. Shout out to all of you for the tips. So some of the tips, gardening, yoga. So definitely going to try the yoga thing. Ever since COVID, I haven't really got back into it, but I need to. And my gardening, I did try. The tomatoes are dead, but it snowed. This is New England. It ended up snowing, so I planted them too early. So I might give it another try. But my green onions are doing well. And I put my top 3 in there. I love that. It just helps keep the focus for the day, and that really is helpful. And I didn't have any boxes, so I was starting to get a little bit creative there. It actually took longer than I thought it was, so I soon started to regret it as soon as I started doing that outline. But I actually like how it looks, but it probably doesn't really match the rest of it. But anyway, whatever. And here, so I'm using some different stickers from my shop. I haven't used these in a while, but these are just my gray functional boxes, and I also have beige functional boxes. And I'm putting in my PlantheGrind schedule for posting videos. I'm getting back to my Monday videos. I'm getting back to them. I have some recorded. I just haven't finished uploading them yet. And so I'm putting that in there. So those are in my shop if you're interested. I like them. They're just simple, clean, and they just make things pop. So what I'm doing right now is I have my daily management. So you can check out my routines video for that. And I'm putting in the management meeting. And these are meetings that I'm attending and I'm not running. I put the stickers in when I'm running the meeting because they give me a sense of urgency behind them and preparation. I have to make time to prepare for the meetings, those kind of things. So that's what I'm using the stickers for. And one of the big things that I am really proud of, I have to say, so it was, I don't remember what month it was, but I was working on boundaries because my schedule was so overwhelmed. I was working a ton of hours and I wasn't having enough time in the day to actually do my work. So how many of you guys can relate to that? You have so many meetings, you don't have time to do your work. Well, I have been really good about my boundaries and not attending meetings, or if people invite me to stuff, I ask them what my purpose is, and if they don't have one, I don't go. So I'm being really purposeful about my attendance to meetings, and I'm actually starting to get stuff done of my own goals and my team's goals, and that, it feels great. Like that's definitely a tool, right? Make progress for stress. So this is my sidebar. I love this thing, the ode to the sidebar. This is all the areas of my life, and this is really where I combine all my planners. So I have my continuous improvement, my progress planner that I use over my Patreon, and I'm just looking at that for my goals, what I'm working on, and I have some bonus content coming out Patreon. So anyway, so that is the CI planner. And then I have my PlantheGrind planner, which is a hobonichi weeks. And I'm just kind of looking at the schedule, figuring out what I want to do there. Because I have to plan outward. Like I have to future plan. And I really use my hobonichi, or this planning system, to execute all the things, if you will. So that's really why I combine them all. Because I'm not going to carry, well, not that I'm going anywhere. I'm still working from home. But I'm not going to carry all the planners with me all the time. So I just carry this one planning system. And then my family, we're just doing dinner, catching some times where I can with them. And then I'm focusing on my work, a Kaizen event that I'm planning, which my Kaizen event, which, by the way, I was kind of thinking that they didn't even want this event anymore. Now they called me and was like, oh, we want it done by March 31st. I'm like, So that was actually one of the really overwhelming things this week. And I also am starting to work on, so I themed my days for my work. If you guys remember back, I don't even know when I started doing that, but I try to do most of my meetings Tuesday, Thursdays. So now I started to incorporate my themes for PlantheGrind, my side business, if you will. And I'm really loving that. I've been doing that for a couple weeks now. And like I'm able to make progress on a bunch of stuff because it's hard to plan content and plan products and, do all the things and work full time and, all the other things. But I really love this channel and I love this business and I have so many ideas and I just want to see it grow. So I'm really trying to get like scheduled and focused and, So anyway, theming the ideas for the days for my side business has been super helpful. And then you guys know me and my daily page love here. Just putting in all the different areas of the day, things that get thrown at me. I just kind of sort them, pre-sort, if you will. And then my moments that matter stickers. And again, so what I was doing 2 weeks ago, and then I didn't print my moments that matter stickers, but I was tracking like my daily balance on my accounts because I'm trying to pay down a couple little credit cards that I have, and and not use them and not order from Grubhub and DoorDash as much. So anyway, so been using those and loving them, and I ran out last week, so I didn't put them in there, and I kind of missed them, and I lost my Garmin. I couldn't find it for a week. So it was kind of a wash in that regard. So those are my daily pages. And I do the next action, inbox, agenda, to do, and waiting on. That waiting on thing, game changer for me, by the way. So I really encourage you guys to put like a waiting on section somewhere in your planning system that makes sense for you, but just waiting on section because it's like, hey, I'm talking to you and you also owe me this. Then my Post-its. So this is how I'm doing my tracking my triggers for stress, like what overwhelms me, what's going on. I'm loving this. I'm learning a lot about kind of myself and how I think about things. And I've been just putting them in my Post-its, and I'm going to migrate them over into my progress planner and a spread there. But I'm just using stickers. I was just wanting to play with stickers, so I put them in there. But really loving that because such a like building awareness thing. So that's how we improve upon things, is build awareness. So making a lot of progress on that and excited. And I'm reading a ton of books about like mental clutter and neuroplasticity. Totally geeking out, I know, but I love this topic. So I've been doing a lot of that. What is the other thing that I wanted to mention to y'all? Oh, and then I go in and I go find my free time. So my A6 supplement, the Hobonichi A6 supplement, which is coming up soon, is where I find all the free time. And this is where I'm realizing I forgot to do it. So I only use this to find the free time I have each day. And I know it's the same pretty much every week, but the act of me drawing one line for each hour, which shows that I have 60 hours of unscheduled time, shows me that I do have time to make progress for, my continuous improvement project or my side business. So it's just that act of doing it just brings it front and center in my mind. And I can't with a clear conscience say, I don't have time for that because, when I really should be doing something that I'm supposed to be doing and I don't do it. But I can say I don't have time for that for something that frankly I just don't want to do. But anyway, so 60 hours I have available, and I am tracking how many I use and like how it accrues or how I use it during the week. So love that aspect. Thanks for watching. Bye everyone.